Hey, welcome. I am so happy we are here on another day, a beautiful day here in New York. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Today we're having a Wednesday training of a serve and sell training sessions, and we are here to talk about how to stop feeling guilty to sell to a friend. My name is Janet Soriano. I am a web designer and business coach, and I help my clients get more clients. So if you're looking to get more clients, if you're looking to learn how to serve and sell in a genuine way, you're in the right place. Thank you so much for being here and watching my trainings. If you have watched my trainings before, thank you so much for watching them. I'm so excited for today's training because it's really something that none of us really talk about, right? Like if you ever felt guilty for taking money from a friend that is needing your services, or you've been discounting your prices very low just because you feel guilty to actually give your friend a full price, then you're not alone. Like I have done this too. I know that especially in the beginning of my business, I wanted to build out my web design portfolio. And I gave out a lot of my services. I gave them for a very low price, and I gave them, some of them I actually did them for free, right? But here's what happens if we keep doing this to our business and we don't actually put boundaries on this, right? If we keep giving out our services for free or really lowballing ourselves and discounting our prices to the minimum like thing that we can charge people, right? What happens is that we start resenting our business, and we start resenting the time and the effort that we're putting in our business, because we're actually not getting the exchange and the value that we want in return of the effort and the time and the value that we're providing to our customers, right? So when we give our services for free, even if it's something that's just a 1 hour strategy session, it can really feel tripped up if you're not getting any. Of course, if you're getting a testimonial, you're getting a return on that, but it's still, is it worth the time and effort to give out your services for free? Why should you do that? Why you shouldn't do that? Today, we're going to discuss a why. Um, we're going to discuss about the importance of putting boundaries in your business and understanding that you don't have to feel guilty to be able to charge full price for your services and the value that you provide, and how you can start creating your testimonials and your portfolio and building up your portfolio without giving everything away for free, and actually doing it in a strategic and beautiful way, right? Because wouldn't it be better if you could actually help a friend out and also build your portfolio at the same time, but actually charge full price for it? And this is something that is hard to do, especially if you're trying to do a favor to a friend. And that's not bad to like actually do favors for people. The thing is that when you do it long term and you do it in a way that's just breaking your bank, it's breaking the bottom line of your business, you can be very resentful and actually start hating your business because you're doing that. And that's what we're going to talk about today, because we really want to just charge full price and still help someone out, right? What if you could, set those boundaries the same way that you would set those boundaries with a client that pays in full, right? So oftentimes what happens is that when you give people so much value for no monetary exchange, or simply like the lowest price you can ever give someone, you are discrediting your own value, and people are not respecting your work as much as they would respect your work if they were actually paying what it's worth, right? So I'm just going to go right into it. Is that, oh, also, I almost forgot. There's an announcement that I'm going to be making at the end of the video, so stay tuned to the end. And so I can be able to tell you what's coming up and what are we up to. Okay, so if you don't have any boundaries when it comes to your time, your energy, and your money, you're gonna end up resenting your business, right? So boundaries will protect you from working 20 hours in a day from the 24 hours that you have, right? And trust me, that has happened to me. I have spent hours and hours working in my business with actually not much return on my investment and my effort and my value. Um, and also it's going to protect you from discounting to people who are actually asking more than what they are actually paying for, right? So I had clients where I have, been nice to them, and I have really given them, the lowest price point, and then they just expect you to deliver 100% on much more than what you bargained for, right? So it's like they ask for more in return when they're really not giving the worth and the value of what that is. So that's why, in my experience, I do not discount my prices anymore. In fact, what I do, instead of discounting my prices or doing, like a kind of like a flash sale, I don't do that anymore. And the reason is because the price that I put on my services is the worth and the value of my effort, time, and energy, and the people that I got to pay also to actually do the marketing for me. And, I got to pay my assistant, and I got to pay for this place that I'm renting, right? So there's a lot of much more that goes into it than just me, my time, and my effort. There's much more that goes into the back of my business to be able to run my business efficiently. So if I start discounting my prices, I am going to need that money and put it out of my own pocket, and to be able to support the business itself. So I'm really just breaking the bottom line of my business. So it's going to affect my bottom line eventually. And I'm just going to end up resenting the work that I'm doing for free, because in that exchange and that amount of time that I got that I gave this, time and this effort to this new project that is totally free, I can be, using that same time, that same energy, and that same effort to get a client that's going to pay in full, or that's going to pay, full price for my services and what it's really worth, right? So just put it like this: every time you discount your prices to a friend, or you just give out your services for free, you're missing out on getting a new client that can pay you full price. You're missing out at on that money that's going to help you move the needle forward in your business and help your business stay on above ground, basically, right? So is it worth it? What I want you to do is actually see the importance of setting these boundaries. Like, is it worth it for me to risk not having a full paid client right now to actually get a client for free, right? And sometimes when you're just starting out, this might not seem like a big deal, right? Because maybe what the investment that you're putting in your business is the time and effort, and building that portfolio is going to help you get more clients, right? But we have to put a boundary on, or a limit to, how much we do those things and how much effort we put into giving out free things and free services in exchange for building your portfolio. Because if you don't put yourself in like a limit or a timestamp, it could be years that you're spending in your business and you're still discounting your services, or like really just giving out your services for free when you can be having a paying client coming in, right? So the next thing that I want to tell you is how to stop feeling guilty when you sell to a friend. So oftentimes when you work with me, and you know that you understand that relationship is everything, right? Is relationship is how I have built my business from top to bottom. And oftentimes these relationships becomes real good friends. I have clients that have become great friends that I still keep in touch with even after our work together, right? The thing is, often when someone just becomes such a good friend like that, it's hard. And sometimes you feel guilty for actually telling them that this is the full price of the services, and this is what I need you to pay for me to deliver on that service. Maybe you feel guilty about that. And if you do feel guilty, I want you to stop and actually observe yourself and see that you need to take a stand for being the CEO of your business, right? And when it comes to business, um, discounting your services and or giving your services for free, it's going to eventually affect your bottom line. It's going to eventually affect your output of the value that you're giving. So you need to ask yourself this question: would you give out your services for free if you knew that your bottom line and your company was going to suffer, right? And if the answer is no, then just don't do it, right? Just don't do it. And if in case you still feel guilty about, charging this price to a friend, then you need to go back within yourself and actually believe the worth and the value that your program or your services provide, right? So it's really not about them. It's really about you being able to believe 100% in the transformation that you're providing for that client, right? Even if that client is a great friend of yours, right? Next is, how can you start creating your portfolio? How can you start creating testimonials without actually giving out your services 100% free, or, discounting them so low? Is that you don't have to give the whole entire program. Let's say you have a digital course and you want to get testimonials out of them. You don't have to give out the whole entire program for someone to give you testimonials and tell you and give you feedback around the program. Maybe you could just share 1 or 2 modules of that program, right? Or you don't have to give out your whole business program or coaching program out for free to someone. Maybe you could just give them a little taste of what it is to be on a coaching call with you. You can give them a strategy call, right? So there's a lot of ways that you can do these things. And what I enforce mostly is to give yourself a limit of how many people you want to give out these services for free as for, right? So let's say you're starting at your business and you want to build that portfolio and, that system of testimonials. Maybe having just 5 to 6 testimonials would be great to get you started getting more clients, right? And that's it. You put a limit to that. Once you give out those 6 people your services for free, then you don't do more free services anymore. You need to start charging for your services so you can start seeing a growth and a return on investment on that free value and effort and the time that you provided there, right? So another thing that I really like is the scholarship method, right? Not just giving your services out for free to whoever raises their hand that they want a free coaching call, or that they want the free module or the beta test of your program, but actually pre-qualifying people who can understand the value of the program itself, and who would get the most out of the program, right? So pre-qualifying people to see who would be the perfect fit for this program, because you don't just want to give out your services for free to people who might give you a great testimonials, but they won't get the most out of it because it's just not for them, right? So you need to really pre-qualify people, you can do this by doing a scholarship method, right? Offering a scholarship and, pre-qualifying people with questions, a questionnaire, or getting on a quick consultation call with them about what, the free part of it, and making sure also that they're on top of it and they're actually doing the work to actually see the results from the free service that you're providing, right? So it's not just about, providing free services, but actually seeing that it can be a strategy that ties into the launching of a new program, the launching of a new course, or the launching of a new service, right? So there's really no rules how you can really do this, but the most important things is that you know and understand, this is how much I'm willing to offer for free, and this is where I'm going to stop, and I'm going to put the limit to my front, like to what I offer, right? And then also understanding that if you do create a relationship with a client, and that relationship becomes more than just, a client to service relationship, and it becomes more deeper in that don't feel guilty because you are charging full price, because you need to believe 100% on the transformation that you're giving that same client that is your friend, and you're helping them out with your services, right? You really have to understand that it's really about the value and the transformation, and not much about the actual services or the price, right? So if someone is really, really interested in working with you and they are your friend, I'm pretty sure that they would not feel ripped off or, misled by you because you're charging full price for what is your worth, what your value is that you're providing in your program. So with that said, thank you so much for being here. And I'm going to just give you a quick announcement about the money making challenge that I announced that would start next week. I'm actually going to be changing it to start November 29th. And the reason why is because I have a few appointments next week that are going to be unaligned with doing the challenge and being 100% into the challenge and helping you guys get more clients. So we're going to be starting on November 29th. So if you haven't signed up, I want you to go at janetsoriano.com /challenge to be able to sign up for the challenge. We're also giving a giveaway challenge. So to participate in the giveaway, and this is actually part of this, and why I'm talking about doing this, is that I'm actually going to be giving something that I'm, never done before when it comes to, that I haven't done in a long time, which is provide and give my services for free, but it's going to be very intentional, and I'm not just going to give it to anyone. So you have to participate, you have to do the work in order to be able and participate in this giveaway, right? So I am so excited that you are here. So excited for you to join me in the money making challenge on November 29th. We're going to start at 12 noon Eastern time. So make sure you sign up and add this event to your calendar. It's going to be juicy. It's going to be a lot of amazing things that you're going to learn in a different way, in a different perspective. So I'm excited for you to join us in this challenge. And I'll see you next week with our Wednesday training, every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Thank you so much for being here, and you are amazing. Keep going for your dreams, right? Keep going and doing whatever it is that you're doing that you're passionate about, because that's the thing that's going to light you up. That's the thing that's going to set things on motion. When you do what you love, and 100% in your power, there's no more joy than that. So thank you so much for being here. Bye-bye.